Antoine, what a galang, brethren. Yeah. I am glad you asked about this help top industries and their trickle-down effects profile, and if any of it cures. It all combines in daily life to affect general well-being. The body features regenerative, recuperative directives to health by default, not toward creating disease. Plant constituents support life as an ounce of prevention over specific cures for specific diseases or a pound of cure. Lack of proper hydration causes acute chronic complications, example migraine headaches, across multiple body functions. Sickness and disease increase in the face of depleted autoimmune capacities precipitated by deficiencies in nutrition and high technology dependencies. During gestation, a mother may develop intense cravings for unusual elements like dirt, brown paper, chalk as supplemental consumables with no evidence of subsequent harm. Anecdotally, denial could stimulate a reaction to which the child bears some mark of relationship after birth. Nature's process, superlative to insulating the systems protocols of the Large Hadron Collider, coordinates formulation of the milk with development of the fetus from whatever is present in the mother's diet to consolidate functionality after birth. Consistency, avoidance of synthetics and toxins underline participation in the miracle of procreation, the quintessential directive of life. This consistency standard is determined by awareness of the natural process of procreation and compliance with its organization as opposed to contraventions overwhelmingly assigned to mothers of the process and the unavoidable complications thereof. Contemporary social organization has evolved around constructs of oversight and guidance toward collective well-being, progression of the species, with ample rewards and recognition towards such efforts. These include healthcare, closely aligned with food processing, manufacturing apparel that supports, distinguishes, or embellishes functionalities, technology applied to the overall patterns of communication and service, and the insurance industry underwriting primarily relative financial offset to circumstances following death or disaster. Contemporary commercial food processing, manufacturing components, practices, additives, preservatives, standard of healthy comestibles, example sugarless soda as healthy as associated with eating an orange, progressively compromise the atmosphere for desirable health and environmental outcomes, particularly regarding the most prevalent and insidious diseases since the 1960s. The Healthcare Organization Framework Effectiveness diminishes despite innovations in the scope, complexities of diagnosis and treatment models for illnesses. Market competition, specializations, clinical tests, and proprietary controls, complex structures of services evaluation, emergent alternative non-traditional specialties, and the approach that health depends on technological contrivance rather than primarily satisfaction of nutritional needs present disturbing connotations. Diagnosticians, while largely ignoring the potentially deleterious effect of high-tech contraceptives and diminished popularity of breastfeeding with respect to physiological development and genetic stability, seem to come to rest on the position that no one knows the causes of the diseases, but genetics appear to play a role, that the incidence is about the same for all races, but women are more likely to develop the disease in part because they live longer than men do. References to the damages of technology, STEM contrivances and contraventions to control or excise elements such as hunger and pain from the human schematic, hazardous chemicals, BPA, tris, phthalates, and practices which continue to be introduced into the general and apparel manufacturing industries, increasingly to children and into children's products, have been also grossly minimized. The tendency is to narrowly compartmentalize these profiles to specific specific applications and scenarios rather than validate in-depth intergenerational observations and initiatives. Phthalates are used as softeners in PVC plastic and as fragrance binders in cosmetics like baby shampoo. Exposure is linked to reproductive health, respiratory problems, and cancer. Trace flame retardants are used in textiles such as nursery furniture, foam products such as nursing pillows, and padding in car seats. Trace has been linked to cancer and harm to the developing brain. Bisphenol A, BPA, a hormone-disrupting chemical widely used in food packaging, baby food, and formula, is associated with increased risk for many health problems including infertility, heart disease, obesity, and cancer. None of these industries provide cures. Rather, complications directed towards status of the species to that of cash cow. Our fate remains linked to natural laws and limits. The fundamental agent of health remains consistency, organized oversight, kismet of something good to eat.